tensions within the Labour Party have reached a breaking point, according to several Labour MPs, who are urging leader Keir Starmer to reaffirm his commitment to the party's manifesto pledges. The controversy surrounding the Rosebank Oilfield development in Scotland has exposed Labour to criticism from all sides of the political spectrum. The attacks intensified on Monday following an interview with Jürgen Maier, the new head of GB Energy. Maier revealed that the Prime Minister's promise of 1,000 jobs in Aberdeen for the project could take as long as 20 years to materialize, fueling accusations of broken promises against Starmer. This lengthy timeline directly contradicts the initial optimism surrounding the project and has cast a shadow over the government's economic pledges. The situation has escalated internal party divisions, with many MPs feeling betrayed and disillusioned by the apparent disconnect between the party's stated goals and the realities of their implementation. The Rosebank development controversy highlights a broader internal struggle within the Labour Party regarding its approach to energy policy and its commitment to green initiatives. The tension is particularly acute in Scotland, where the party faces pressure from both environmental activists and those concerned about the potential loss of jobs in the oil and gas sector. This delicate balancing act between economic realities and environmental responsibility has proven increasingly difficult for the party to navigate successfully. The lack of clarity and perceived broken promises have fueled public distrust and damaged the party's credibility, putting added pressure on Starmer to clarify the party's position and regain public confidence. Meanwhile, Ed Miliband, the Shadow Climate Change Secretary, is currently developing new guidelines for assessing the environmental impact of oil and gas projects. These guidelines, the product of extensive consultations, will address the crucial issue of accounting for emissions generated by the burning of oil and gas extracted from these projects. This initiative stems from the significant legal precedent set by the landmark Horse Hill judgment delivered last year, which redefined the standards for assessing environmental impact. The new guidelines will undoubtedly face considerable scrutiny, particularly from the oil and gas industry, which is actively lobbying for a more lenient interpretation of the environmental regulations. The industry argues that overly stringent regulations could hinder investment and jeopardize job creation, exacerbating the existing economic anxieties in regions heavily reliant on the oil and gas sector. This lobbying effort is putting further pressure on Miliband to strike a balance between environmental protection and economic viability, a challenge that echoes the broader internal struggle within the Labour Party regarding its energy policy and its response to the Rosebank controversy. The coming months will be critical for Labour as it navigates these internal and external pressures, seeking to regain its footing and solidify its position on key policy issues. The internal conflict, fueled by accusations of broken promises and conflicting priorities, demonstrates the significant challenges facing the party as it attempts to balance its environmental commitments with the economic realities of a transitioning energy landscape.